4,672, 4,673, 4,674. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Greg's Gains, where today we're going to go over how you can stop gaining weight. Now, if you're stepping on the scale every time and you're just like, why am I gaining weight? And you don't know, maybe this video will help you out, so stay tuned if that's you. Now, we'll jump right into it. Skipping breakfast. Now, that's super important. You know, like when your parents or teachers said, you know, eat a big breakfast before your tax test in the morning. You know, they were right. And it's to help you, you know, you jumpstart your day and get your metabolism running, you know, get those amino acids running throughout your body and your brain and making you feel good. So make sure you're not skipping breakfast. Not planning snacks or meals, you know. If you go to Taco Bell on your lunch break every single day at work, you know that you should plan your meal. You know, pack a meal and a snack. So when you do get hungry, you have healthy choices to make. You know, I am in that same boat sometimes when I, you know, go to work or whatever, and I'm like, I didn't pack a meal. I got to go get something, and then I end up getting fast food. You know, so make healthier choices. Make a self. You know, the biggest thing on making healthy choices is self-discipline and making sure that you are doing everything you can to make healthy choices. So eating irregularly, you know, that's gonna slow down your metabolism. You know, holding on to your body's not able to regulate when you're gonna take that food intake and using it for energy. So we want to make sure that we're eating, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of in the same time frame. You know, within 30 minutes of that same time, so it's able to regulate our metabolism better. Now I know everyone drinks. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink. I'm just saying when you do, you should choose healthier options. You know, instead of drinking, you know, Bud Light, drink, you know, Michelob Ultra. Instead of drinking, you know, frozen margaritas, drink maybe a glass of wine, or, you know, drink it on the rocks or something. I'm not exactly sure how you do that. I'm not a super big drinker. So when you do drink, make sure you're choosing healthy options without tons of sugar in it. Using butter, oils for your veggies. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, extra virgin olive oil or, you know, coconut oil. I'm talking about canola oil, you know, Pam and butter. Yeah, butter and, you know, canola oil. You don't want to be using those oils to you know, season your veggies or saute your veggies. Make sure you're choosing healthy, you know, oils that are going to be, you know, good choices for your inside health. And then the most important thing that people skip that makes them gain weight is that they're not taking time for physical activity or exercise. Now, that's not only hurting you right now, but it's going to hurt you down the line when you start getting cardiovascular diseases and, you know, cognitive function diseases and, you know, an increased, you know, chance of high blood pressure and all sorts of stuff that happen when you don't exercise. So we want to make sure that we're making time for our exercises, and that's really making time for yourself and taking care of your health. That is super, super, super important. I think almost, you know, the second most important thing in your life. So we want to make sure we're taking time for exercise. And then the two biggest culprits of you gaining weight are these things right here. As you can see, there's tons of things that make you gain weight, and we just want to, I'm going to bring those into light and kind of give you guys an, oh, maybe that's why I'm gaining weight kind of moment. So excess sugar and fast foods. These are the biggest culprits that are contributing to the obesity epidemic in America nowadays. People are literally just not even caring about what they're putting in their bodies, or maybe you just don't know. Maybe you don't know what you're eating is bad for you. And so maybe I'll shine some light on this and give you an aha moment. So I'll go ahead and list them off. Excess sugars are going to be sodas, candy bars, cereals, most cereals, not all cereals, cookies, white bread, simple sugars, juices, sweet teas, flavored coffees, canned fruit, ice cream, jellies, maple syrup, salad dressing, chips, puddings, snack cakes, etc. That list literally goes on forever. I could name probably 1,000 more things that are unhealthy for you. You know, it's not, don't ever eat sugar, because we need sugar to live. Sugar is actually an essential thing that we need to, you know, live. But the amount of sugar is where we fall short in this epidemic that we're having nowadays. And it's because, you know, in flavored coffee, you know, you probably are drinking 30 to 50 grams of sugar in your venti, you know, white mocha frappuccino. You know, it's like you don't even know. You might be unaware that you're drinking so much sugar in the morning, or, you know, you might not know, like, you know, your cereal, if you're eating cereal every morning and you probably didn't even check on the, you know, thing, and it's like for a half a cup of cereal, when you're eating a cup and a half of cereal, is 12 grams of sugar. So 12 times 3, it's like 32 or whatever. I'm terrible at math, so don't quote me on that, but, you know, it's 30 to 40 grams of sugar per bowl of cereal that you're eating every morning. It's definitely not helping you lose weight, so it's probably contributing to you gaining weight. You know, salad dressings, that's a big one. You know, people are just like, and you're like, ooh, that's a lot. You know, or at least I am. I cringe when I see people, you know, just slapping on the sugar or the butter or the, you know, like ranch. Ranch is terrible for you. I don't care who's gonna throw out the middle finger on that one. Ranch is absolutely terrible for you. So try to cut that out. But, you know, it's not so much of the actual food it is in the amount of the food that we're eating. So just be careful, you know, just be aware of what you're eating. Look on the back, you know, look at the nutrition label. Look at the serving size per grams of sugar, you know. Sometimes, you know, you'll be thinking something's good for you, like 100% fruit juice, you know, like apple juice. People probably think that's good for them. It's not really good for you. It's got like 28 grams of sugar per cup. And you're probably drinking about 2 cups per, you know, per drink or whatever. So we just want to make sure that we're being aware of that. So start looking at your labels more. And then fast food. No fast food is good for you. None. Literally none. That's a broad statement, but I'm still gonna agree with it. But I'm gonna name off some of these. If these are on your daily list of foods you eat, and let me get this straight. You know, I was talking to someone, and I was like, how often do you eat fast food? You know, because they were talking about they can't stop gaining weight. Excuse me. And they said, you know, well, I only eat it maybe like once a day. And I'm like, holy shit, once a day? You know, like that's 7 times a week. That's terrible for you. I can't even imagine eating fast food once a day. I eat fast food sometimes, you know, sometimes I deserve a dang good, fat, juicy chicken sandwich or a foot long from Subway or something. Like, don't get me wrong, I do eat that sometimes. I'm saying and this goes back to the amount of sugar thing. It's like, it's not so much the food that we're eating or how often, it's really the amount that we're eating. And I guess that goes into how often. But we just want to make sure that we're, you know, keeping it to a minimum and only eating it, you know, on special occasions or something like that, you know. So figure out what a special occasion for you. It's not every day that ends in Y, I promise you. So I'll go ahead and name off some of these. Taco Bell, Subway, Mickey D's, Dunkin' Donuts, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. Yes, I said Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not good for you. Now, don't get me wrong. The grilled chicken sandwich is not bad for you. But, you know, when you get the other grilled turkey or grilled chicken club with avocado or whatever, it's got like 1,100 grams of sugar. And I did this. You can go look at the nutrition facts. Like 1,100 grams of, not sugar, I'm sorry, sodium. And then it's got like cheese and bacon and mayo and all sorts of stuff that add to the amount of calories that you're eating. So you're probably eating, you know, 650, 700 calories in a sandwich, not including if you get fries and a drink that's not water, you know. So, and you're probably putting the honey roasted barbecue sauce on the fries. So it's like, we have to be more consciously aware of what we're eating and when we're eating it and how often we're eating it. Pizza Hut, Panera, Sonic, In-N-Out, Whataburger, Panda Express, Starbucks. Going back to the coffee thing, be careful. Carl's Jr., Arby's, Chicken Express, Jack in the Box, Golden Chick, Dairy Queen, Burger King, and another big middle finger to me, Raising Cane's. Just because it's chicken doesn't mean it's good for you. It's probably fried in canola oil, and it's fried. So just, I know, people are probably thinking I'm crazy trying to cut out all these foods, but it's very possible. So I do it. I know a lot of people that do it, or not a lot, but I know people that definitely don't consume anything on this whole chart. So it's very possible and it's very feasible. People think it's super hard to be healthy, and it's not. It's just, it's making healthier choices, and it's about a self-discipline. It's like knowing that Twinkie or that burger is gonna, and fries and milkshake, it's gonna taste so good. It's gonna make your belly feel so good. Actually, it doesn't make my belly feel good, but we look at it and we know it's going to taste good, and it's probably going to release some serotonin and endorphins in your brain, but we have to have that discipline of, I'm not going to let myself eat that because I love myself. Literally, that's how you have to think about it. And until I did that, I continued to eat fast food and to eat sugar and to, drink. Okay, I haven't drank sodas in a long time. But I'll drink, Gatorades. Everyone thinks Gatorade's good for you. It's not really good for you. It's got a lot of sugar. Don't get me wrong, electrolytes in it, but it's one of those things that people commonly think are good for you, and they're not. So a big thing on how not to gain weight is self-discipline, and then being aware of what you're actually eating. So that literally means check out the nutrition label. Look at how much sugar it's got. Look how much fat it's got. Look at the ingredients. Stop eating modified and processed foods. Not good for you. So I'm hoping to shed some light on your daily diet, and a big thing to also keep in mind is your calorie consumption. It goes back to your metabolism. I've done some videos on that. Go check them out. Making sure you're not in a calorie surplus. If you're eating more than your body can burn, you're gonna start gaining fat. It might be, a little bit of fat, a little bit at a time, and then 2 or 3 years passes, and you're like, oh shit, I got 15 pounds of fat I gotta lose. It's a very slow process. And in life and being healthy and fit is a marathon. We're not gonna get healthy in 1 month. We're not gonna get healthy in 1 year. We're not gonna, well, maybe a year. We could go more towards 2 years. It's a big, long process, and it's a lifestyle change that we want to make to help people, be aware of their health. A lot of people are just blatantly disregarding that they are overweight and continue to, up the scale and to continue the obesity in their lives, and it's a disease. I don't know if people are aware, but that's a disease that is not okay. And so, I'm hoping this kind of sheds some light on any of you that are stepping on the scale and the weight continues to go up. Try to cut some of these things out and let me know how it goes. I love feedback. So if you guys want to comment or subscribe or like or, share the video or tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I can help, more, or how I can, better process this information to you guys, I would love the advice. I always take it into consideration. If you find this video helpful, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I would very much appreciate anyone that's sharing it. That would be super awesome. I'm literally just trying to help everyone become more consciously aware of, the health epidemic that we're going through in America. So I hope to see you guys next time on the next episode of Greg's Gains. 4,674, 4,675, 4,676, 4,670.